Alright, this video is going to be about how to use Wolfram Alpha to solve some problems. So this is going to be released after the deadline to Module 11, but let's take a look at these two questions. So to determine the appropriate objective function, and optimal outcome, in this case, well, for A it's already set up. We want to maximize profit. So if we go over to Wolfram Alpha and just cut and paste that in here, we'll make a little bit of modifications. So let's just plug it in as it is and see how Wolfram deals with it. It's interpreting it in this way. It gives us a nice graph. It's telling us stuff about this, but it's not telling, oh, actually it does. Hey, look at that. So it's already given us even what we're after, the global maximum. At a quantity of 11 over 2, we get a value of 37 over 4. So let's just get straight to that by asking Wolfram to maximize the stuff on the right-hand side. We don't need to say profit equals. This just jumps right to the point. So we got some function and it deals with it properly. So let's just modify this and just see what happens. We just change the exponents. It's still going to be able to give us some answer. In this case, we don't have a global maximum. Let's try minimizing. And let's actually see what it says when we say optimize. So we've got an answer, right? It is saying at these values, we've got our global minimum. Either quantities negative 0.81 or positive 0.81. Optimize, is that going to find it without saying there's no such thing as a maximum or a minimum? So interpreting that as find the extrema. There's no global max, but there are some global mins. So that's an easy one, right? We just cut and paste. For this one, a little bit trickier, but we're still going to use cut and paste and Wolfram Alpha. So we plug that in. Now we got to change things. So I want to put this total cost into parentheses, and I'm going to subtract that off of our total revenue. And I'm going to delete this stuff. And let's look for extrema. So what we've got here is our total revenue minus our total cost. We didn't even worry about switching negative signs. We just put the whole thing into parentheses and we found what we want. And then we asked Wolfram to do all the hard work. So we've got a solution, 71,100 at a quantity of 110. That is right up here. This certainly looks right when we examine this. We've got a q squared. There's no q squared here. So the overall shape is a parabola. This passes our smell tests. In this case, it's relatively easy. We have this nice, well-behaved polynomial. But even if we didn't have a basic understanding of what this function should look like, we just tell Wolfram to do the hard work. And it's, a little bit fiddly. We have to get things right. But with just a little bit of tweaking, we get an answer. So this is cheating, right? But it gets you to the right outcome, and it uses the tools at hand. And for this class, for Eco 250, as I'm teaching it, I care more that you have enough understanding to get to the answer than that you find that answer with maximal suffering. So if you can get this answer with Wolfram Alpha, that's great. I do want to make sure that you understand why this is the answer. But once you have that understanding, why do things the hard way when you can get the computer to do the hard work for you? As usual, feel free to ask questions in the usual places, and I will talk to you in the future.